All right. Just want to welcome you all to your son or daughter's honors pre-calc class, and I just wanted to go through a few things with you because we're not able to have our back-to-school night the way we normally do. We're going to have to do it a different way. So what I thought I could do is with this video, I could piece some things together so that you kind of have an idea of what your son or daughter is going to see on a daily basis. My name is Dave Gingrich. This is my 30th year here at Precalc. I've probably, due to block scheduling, I've probably taught this pre-calculus class over 100 times. Doesn't make me perfect. I think I'm fairly decent at it. I actually went out to Ohio State. The people that wrote this book, I went out there in 1992 and 1993, and I actually took the course from the authors of the book. They're Ohio State people. I'm sorry for you Penn Staters, but it was a good experience. I kind of got the insight on what they were looking for in terms of what concepts they were big on, what ideas, and over the course of the last 28, 29 years, yes, we've tweaked some things. We have updated our editions. I think we started like the second edition. I think we're on the 9th edition. No, we didn't get editions every year, but it's been a good course for us. It's been a good book, and people who leave this class, go to Applied Calc, they go to AP Calc, they go beyond. They do great things, in college, math-wise, science-wise. So I think they're well prepared with the course that we have right here. So, in the middle of a pandemic, in the fall, when we started this, I wasn't quite sure of how things were going to look. I think right now, January, February, we have a better idea. The good thing is, come tomorrow, we're supposed to be full 4-day a week, which is great. And then starting March 1st, we're going to be 5-day a week. So I think it's a challenging course. When it is 5 days, it's more challenging with 4 days, and what the kids had to do this fall being a hybrid, only in 2 days, all 3. That's a stretch. It was very challenging. But I think what you'll see that our kids will flourish. They will get better as the course moves along. So just to share a few things with you, here is the course right here. So this is typically what your son or daughter, theirs might not look exactly the same as this, but they would come on, and I just want to talk to you a little bit about how I set my course up. Number one, they'll do the attendance every day, whether they're in person or whether they're not in person, at least for the beginning part of the 4-day a week. We'll see how that goes. Eventually I might relax that, especially when we go 5 days a week. I'm not worried about that, but hybrid and even in the 4-day a week, we'll start with this. How to scan using an iPhone. Like, one of the things that I just had them do was I had them turn their homework into me via scan. Well, it saves on me collecting a bunch of things, handing things back. So it was my first experience with that in terms of the pre-calculus class. I liked it. I think I'm going to continue having them turn in their assignments that way. They only have to turn them in one per chapter. So they have all their homework together, scan it all in and submit it to me, and then I'm able to make a grade. And it's actually easier for me to grade that way. So, we can look at the first day, but pretty much the way the course is set up is, we'll go to the first day and click on that and see what that looks like. Okay, we have a syllabus. I can refer that to you a little bit as well. This introductory video was from the fall, so I'll probably get rid of that and might upload this new video that I'm working on right now. There is a homework sheet. The homework sheet is the minimum number of questions that they have to do from each section. And they could do more problems if they choose to. And again, you can look at the syllabus. I can open it up right here. I don't think it's anything in here that's too terribly crazy. It's pretty standard with a lot of courses. There's my information. I'm able to get back to you better email than anything else. course overview. The one thing that I put in there is that now we have not yet, but we will start using graphing calculators. Okay, and that's the calculator that we use. We're a Texas Instrument school for the most part. Like if you have a Casio, great. If you have another brand, a Sharp, then you're going to be responsible for teaching yourself how to use it. I can work with people on the TI, preferably 84. If you get above that, then it gets a little above my head. But the thing about this is we don't, I have 2 honors pre-calc classes right now, 24 and 25 students. I don't have 49 calculators that I can sign out. So I have some that I can loan, and I will loan those for first come, first serve. I've already told every kid, and I think I've loaned out 1 calculator so far for the semester. Other than that, you can either purchase one. I think it's a great purchase. If you don't want to purchase one, that's fine. Please don't let them come home and tell you, Mr. G said you have to purchase it. No, you can use Desmos. The issue I have with Desmos is, when your son or daughter goes to take the SAT, they can't use Desmos yet, okay? So it comes down to, do they know how to use a graphing calculator? Well, the only way to learn how to use a graphing calculator is by practicing with it. We do quite a bit of graphing calculator work in this class. I think I can teach them a lot, but I can't teach them a lot if they don't have one, okay? So some kids will rely on Desmos. Some kids will be able to use the graphing calculator. But like I said, I'm a big calculator person. Okay, grading, you can see how that's set up. Tests are worth 60%, quizzes 30, homework 10. Third marking period will be worth this. Fourth marking period will be that. Midterm is 10%. Final exam is that. Okay. Again, you can read all that. I wasn't prior to this year, but I'm a big Schoology person. As I'm showing you here what things we do in Schoology. Attendance, if you're here, I can teach you. If you're not here, it's hard for me to work with you. I do say, though, we're better equipped to help keep people that are either quarantined or sick, and I'll explain a little bit of that as well. Okay, homework. My big thing, a lot of parents will say, hey, what can I do to help little Johnny or little Susie with their grade? What can I do? Here's my biggest thing. Precalc is an algebra-based course. Okay, it's not a geometry-based course. It's an algebra-based course. It's very similar to like an Algebra 3 with trig. That's kind of how Precalc is. They need to be doing the 15, 20 minutes of daily preparation, not spending 2 hours the night before, cramming this or this is not a cram course. This is a slowly but surely, day by day, we get a little bit better. Okay, so that's my advice. Your kids will have one project that'll be worth 60 points, and it'll be towards the end of the end of the course. Let me go back here. The only other thing that I would tell you is they know about every one of their homework problems. Our first test will be tomorrow. It'll be A1, A2, A3, and P1. They had already submitted these questions to me, and now the next chapter will be the Chapter P chapter. So what will they submit to me? They never have to submit the review to me. I will give them a review for the day before the course, or the day before the test, maybe 2 days before the test. The day before the test is not the time to be cramming your homework in. Get your P2 homework done when we're through to P2. Get your P4 done when we're doing P4 or when we finish P4. So this is what they will hand in. They'll hand in chapter assignments. Some kids fall behind and they just cram it in at the end. That's not good. Okay, not a lot of success happens when we do that. Now, let me go back and just show you how this course looks. So with attendance, this is good for them to learn how to scan. Most kids are pretty good with that, but for those that aren't, Mr. Hogan put together a nice video. First day we've already done. Now, go to weekly. I'm just going to share with you what this looks like. Okay, so if I go back here and I look at the week of 125, there are daily folders. So up here, if I clicked on this, okay, there'll be a plan for the week that explains what we're planning on doing this week. And then there'll also be in something in here, a daily lesson. Now, if I click on this, what you will see is you will see some information. This is what your kids will follow on a daily basis if they're at home. If they're here, I will do the things that are on here. Now, I won't do their attendance for them. Google Meet, yeah, we Google Meet every day at the beginning of class. We'll Google Meet, okay? Now, with every lesson, I post notes and a video of me going through the notes. So every lesson has that. I also post the answers, okay? So the answers to every problem is in a folder there. Let me just pull up something to show you what I'm talking about in terms of a video. So if I go to the appendix here, and I click on A2, that was where that had talked about before. So there's day one, there are the notes. There's a video of me doing the notes. There's day two, there's a video right here of me doing the notes. And again, you know, I think I've spent a decent amount of time in the fall creating these notes. I've gotten a lot of positive feedback. You know, the best thing is for kids to be in front of me. That is absolutely the best way to learn. But there is some things to being able to go back and look at me teaching the lesson, pausing it, rewinding it, looking at it again. So I think between me teaching the lesson in person to these kids, or for kids that are home, whether it's hybrid or whether they're quarantined or whether they're sick, you know, there will be videos of every lesson that I teach. So that's a little bit about how the course is run. You know, I think navigating the course, if we look at this, I think, you know, you got a good idea of how I use the weekly folder, of course. There's a daily folder within that. And then we go to the particular chapters. Tomorrow is their appendix test. From there, we move on to Chapter P. After Chapter P, we have Chapter 1. We go all the way through Chapter 5, and then anything else we do beyond Chapter 5 is a bonus. But if you have any questions for me, feel free to reach out with an email. So far, your kids have done a wonderful job, and I'm happy to be their teacher. Have a great day.